Hey guys, in today's video, we will be doing a tropical update on a new disturbance that the NHC is currently watching. Let's see if I can here we go. Alright, so Disturbance 1 currently has a 0% chance of development within the next 48 hours. 48 hours is 2 days, for those of you who cannot do math. Anyway, but it does have a 20% chance of development within the next 5 days. And it says a tropical wave located over Hispaniola, the southeastern Bahamas, and the adjacent waters of the southwestern Atlantic is moving west-northwestward at about 15 miles per hour. The system is expected to move over the southeastern Gulf of Mexico by Tuesday and then move across the central Gulf of Mexico Gulf on Wednesday and reach the northwestern Gulf the northwestern Gulf on Thursday. Yeah. Okay. The disturbance is currently producing disorganized shower activity, but environmental conditions are expected to become a little more conducive for development once the system reaches the Gulf of Mexico. So, now that's, gotta just say, straight off the bat, just having a disturbance, even though, as of right now, the disturbance marked by this X is currently right around here, just north of Hispaniola. When it's apparently going to potentially develop in the Gulf of Mexico, that right off the bat is a pretty huge red flag because, I mean, lots of tropical systems, as we have known in the past, that have formed outside of the Gulf of Mexico and enter the Gulf of Mexico can quickly go through rapid intensification and become extremely strong. The best example of that was Michael back in October 2018. That was really only forecast by the NHC to become like a tropical storm Category 1 hurricane or something, maybe Category 2 at most. But then it rapidly developed and became a Category 5. It kept rapidly intensified and kept strengthening up until it made landfall over Mexico Beach, Florida, and the Panhandle of Florida, which Mexico Beach, I believe, was like somewhere around here. And it made landfall as a Category 5 with sustained winds of 160 miles per hour. So, of course, this system most likely will not strengthen that, rapidly intensify that much to become that strong, but, with the potential development of it as it goes pretty much through the central and most of the Gulf up towards the Texas coastline, it does have a good amount of time, really depending on how fast it's moving, to develop into a stronger system. And, as of right now, it's not, I would think it would only strengthen to it could become our first hurricane of the season. You know what, I'm not gonna say no to that even yet, even though we've just started tracking this. But, this could become our first hurricane this season. I honestly wouldn't be surprised by that. But, realistically, I think as of right now, the peak strength of this system could be like a strong tropical storm, weaker Category 1 hurricane. But, that could change. Now, if you notice, as it tracks towards Cuba, it looks like it'll just be offshore of Cuba, just to the south of the Keys of Florida, just south of the very southern part of Florida, going through the very southern parts of the Straits of Florida. And that's kind of where Irma was tracking before, it curved north and went up through the western parts of Florida. But this system looks to continue to the west and go into the Gulf, so, kind of similar in a way, but, it has a lot more time to develop since it's going to be pretty much tracking over water, it seems, the whole way, going all the way through the Gulf to the Texas coast. And, as of right now, I think it's pretty much a guaranteed chance, even as of right now, that it'll most likely make landfall along the Texas coast. And, of course, we'll have to see, but it seems like it'll make landfall along the Texas coast as of right now. But, of course, you can see just, this is the 5-day graphic and 20% chance of development within this area. So that's pretty fascinating. As we go to tropical tidbits, first I do want to show you guys the Enzo region. And right now this is showing you the Nino 3.4 region, which is the main region of the Enzo region that we look to determine whether or not it's in a La Nina perfectly neutral phase, in a neutral phase, or in a El Nino phase. And as of right now, it's at negative 0.018 degrees Celsius, so it's practically perfectly neutral as of right now. But as you can see, it actually dropped off a pretty good bit after it was really warming up until it got to like a little over positive 0.2 degrees Celsius, and now it's back down to the negative degrees Celsius areas. So, and by the way, we are under a La Nina watch, so in a way that does really make sense. So that's a positive, good thing. That it's kind of verifying with that in a way. The Nino 3 region. Just want to go through all the ENSO regions. And so this is the Nino 3 region. And right now it's at negative 0.590 degrees Celsius. So this region is, if we were using this region, it is already in a La Nina territory. If we were looking for a La Nina in this territory, in this area, instead of the 3.4 area. The Nino 4 region is pretty warm. It's at positive 0.37, 37. Oh shoot, sorry about that. It's at, what? Should I zoom this in? No, you guys can. Should be. No, I'll zoom it in a little bit. Right now, it's at positive. Nino 4 region is at positive 0.373 degrees Celsius, so it's pretty warm. But I think the majority, really all the other regions are very cold, especially the Nino 1+2 region, which is at negative 1.785 degrees Celsius. It's warmed up a little bit, as you can see here over the past few days, but of course, it's the coldest, clearly, out of all of the regions. This is a region, by the way, that is closest to the South American coast. For those of you who are good with kind of knowing geographically where each ENSO region is. Now I'll show you what the North Atlantic sea surface temperatures are right now, and you can see that the Atlantic sea surface temperatures, the MDR region, is very warm. It's continuing to warm. Most of the region is above 26 degrees Celsius, and most of this area will most likely warm to 26 degrees Celsius or warmer. Naturally, you can see that the Gulf and very western Caribbean and subtropics area of Cuba, around Cuba, the Straits of Florida, the Bahamas, is the warmest, where the Gulf is pretty much generally in all areas around 30 degrees Celsius, which is pretty much around 90 degrees Fahrenheit. But as you get towards Florida as well, north of Cuba and the Bahamas, it's also pretty close to around 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And the East Coast is also quite warm. It's the majority of it is above 26 degrees Celsius, but then there's the New England and Northeast Mid-Atlantic coast that is a little cooler than 80 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's still between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which still is just warm enough waters to really kind of help the tropical systems still kind of maintain their strength or maybe weaken it a little bit. But, this year it's those waters off the coast of New England, the Mid-Atlantic, are much warmer than they typically would be. This is, in every part of the Atlantic where we would see tropical cyclones form, it's pretty much everywhere is prime for tropical systems to be able to form and kind of strengthen or maintain their strength. They're not really weakened really anywhere, unless, of course, we have, some systems that, form in the MDR most likely and just, have to just curve out to sea before even, reaching the U.S. or any major land area. Because probably of a high pressure that's very far to the east and just blocking it from getting any closer to the U.S. or any other land areas. So now let's look at the forecast models, and we will zoom into the Western Atlantic, because that's the region this disturbance is currently in. And by the way, as I was reading to you guys where the system was, and what was I? I forget what I was going to say. Anyway, oh yeah, that's right. This system looks to generally start to really form as we head towards Tuesday, Wednesday. Looks like it'll, you can see right there. It'll enter the Gulf. And, as of right now, it doesn't look like the GFS is really showing anything that well-formed or anything, just a lot of showers. tropical showers and downpours going through the Gulf and then going into Texas. We'll just have to continue to watch that. Though, let's look at what the vorticity is, the spin for it is shown by the GFS. You can see it's not great spin either. That makes sense. So, it's not too surprising. The winds with this system, it's not exactly all that strong. You can see, it's not really all that strong at all. Probably at most getting towards, I'd say between 25 and 34 knots at most. So yeah, that's really what the GFS is showing. The CMC, let's look at what the CMC is showing for the precipitation. Bring it back. And you can see that, man, it is really not showing anything at all. Huh, wow, that's interesting. But, what is actually interesting about the CMC as of right now, in all honesty, is that it's showing this small area of low pressure precipitation. And, I probably in the future, if this is still being shown, we will most likely have to really watch this, because this does look like it will be our first MDR system, first off, and it looks like it will continue to the west and go through the Caribbean and even into the Gulf. So that would be interesting if this system does verify to happen, because, well, first of all, that's actually getting into the very end of July, right before the very beginning of August, right before we enter August. And, well, as of right now, it's like, I don't know. Well, the first time it's actually kind of being shown on this is probably actually only a few days out from now. But, we'll have to see. Let's see if the GFS is showing this, because that would actually be a huge thing. The GFS was showing it. Not really. No. Not really at all. But, that would be cool if that was potentially going to form. But yeah, as you can see, the CMC is not really showing anything for this system. Let's look at the vorticity. And you can see the vorticity isn't that great with this system, going into the Gulf and hitting the Texas coast, right, as of what it looks like right now, where it would make landfall in the United States. The winds, again, not that strong at all, pretty much exactly agreeing with the GFS, anywhere between 25 and 34 knots right now. So, barely even making it to a tropical depression at most. So not exactly, we can't really exactly say this would really form into anything tropical or being named. Let's look at the European, and actually, with this is actually perfect, because if we go tropical, we can go to the Gulf. Bingo. And let's look at the precipitation first. Actually, I need to put into forecast loop. And let's bring this baby forward. And, as you can see from there, it's really just a lot of precipitation, showers, and heavier rain, but no closed low being shown or anything. So, again, as of right now, it doesn't look like it will really form any kind of closed low pressure area. Let's look at the wind. Actually, wait. Hold on. If I go here, one sec. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah, here, wind. Come on, you. All right, here we go. Wait, no. No. Stop. Okay. Oh, God, why are you so annoying, you frickin' loop? Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry. See, the winds with this thing, not overly impressive at all. Not oppressive, impressive. Though the heat today is oppressive, for sure. Yeah, you can see the winds are definitely not that good. Maybe getting up to most in isolated spots around 30 knots, but, it's not exactly good stuff. So, yeah, this system doesn't fully look like it'll really form as of yet, You can see the wind for this thing is not good at all. If we look at the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season Wikipedia page, We've already had 6 named storms, 6 total storms, 6 total depressions, because every single system that has formed into a depression has been named and has become a named storm. 12 fatalities so far this season. Total damage right now is at somewhere above $1.275 billion in damage. Wait a second. Hold on. Let me zoom this in for you guys so you can see this better. As you can see right there, total damage above $1.275 billion in 2020 US dollars. Yeah. And total fatalities is at 12 total. You can see this is all our named storms as of right now. They've all formed in generally close proximity to one another, especially Bertha and Cristobal, and Edward and Faye as well. Even Arthur and Bertha. Arthur, Bertha, and Cristobal all generally form very close in proximity to one another in time. And then we had to wait like a good while before we had Dolly, and then we had Edward and Faye. The next name on the list is Gonzalo, so whatever next system is named would be named Gonzalo. But as of right now, it doesn't look like that'll happen until we get to the very end of July and entering August. So, we still got to wait a little while. If we were to look at the storms that caused the most damage to get us to this total already of somewhere above $1.275 billion in damage, Bertha caused somewhere above $200 million in damage, Cristobal caused $675 million in damage, and Faye caused $400 million in damage. Bertha killed 1 person, Cristobal killed 5 people, and Faye killed 6 people. So that total, 1 plus 5 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12. Bam. So, yeah, 12 deaths total as of right now. So, that's really it for today's video, guys. We finally have a new Disturbance to track. Honestly, I'm super glad about that, just honestly, because I really want to just track something for the time being in the tropics. But, even if this isn't named, it would still be fun to track. This is still fun to track, and hopefully we do get our next named system soon, and we finally get to see how crazy the peak of the season will be once we enter August and go through August and September. But, anyway, really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe below. And I will see you guys in the next video. By the way, I'm only 15 subscribers away from reaching the big 100 subscribers, which is insane. I can't believe I'm already almost there to that milestone already, even though I've only been doing YouTube for around 3 months now. So thank you so much for everyone who does watch my videos and supports my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.